Prices of commodities have started to reduce now, or started to come down now. Commodities, commodities, that means goods in their original state. So it might be the price of coffee or the price of wheat. So prices of basic commodities have come down. But supermarkets in the UK have been accused of keeping those prices high. The ones that customers pay, what you and I pay, in other words. So the supermarkets are accused of not passing on cost savings to their customers. They're choosing to make more profit instead. Is this another example of big businesses behaving badly? Perhaps, but the main UK supermarkets have said that they're not making extra profit from high prices, and many of them point to price cuts on items like bread and butter. That may be true, but there's less difference in price on these items between the different countries anyway. Another report from Oxford Economics found that UK food costs were 7% below the average in EU countries. So overall, the UK is a little bit cheaper perhaps. At first glance then, it looks as though you are much worse off doing your supermarket shopping in France. For example, 4 pints of milk in the UK, that's 2.27 litres, it costs £1.55. Whereas in France that would cost £2.48 or whatever that is in euros. But there are other considerations, other things to think about here. I did a podcast a while ago, number 457, about a TV programme. A British TV programme made by Top Gear's Jeremy Clarkson. The programme was called Clarkson's Farm, and the series documented Jeremy Clarkson's attempts to run his own farm in Oxfordshire in the UK. Funny, if you like Jeremy Clarkson, that is, but he also did a great deal to raise awareness of a crisis in British farming and food production. The economic conditions and the legal requirements and restrictions that most British farmers face, these make it incredibly difficult for anyone to make any money out of farming. And why do I mention this? Well, the BBC article suggests that those higher prices for milk in France may be because there is more protection for dairy farmers in France. More protection for those that actually produce the food and for the dairy industry. 4 pints of milk in the UK, 2.27 litres, £1.55, and France £2.48. Maybe that's worth paying if it actually protects the French dairy farmers. The French are, after all, the world's largest consumers of butter and cheese. And their dairy industry produces over 1,200 different sorts of cheese. Much of it, of course, for export, E-X-P-O-R-T. That means they sell it to other countries, because we like to eat cheese too. No wonder dairy is important in France. So yes, France has higher prices for milk, but perhaps there's a good reason for that. Perhaps the French dairy industry is more sustainable as a result. Have food prices risen in your country? Do the European prices shock you or impress you with how cheap and inexpensive they are? Either way, let us know what you think. Enough for now. Have a lovely day. Speak to you again soon. Goodbye.